Good evening and welcome to viewers on Nine's Wide World of Sports and to viewers in Pakistan for the highlights of the first day's play in the second test match being played in Brisbane, Australia and Pakistan. Perfect conditions at the start of play, a few clouds around, but the forecast was good, something around 28 degrees and no thought of rain. The pitch, well, Tony Greig was out there earlier and reckoned there was a bit of moisture underneath. He was of the opinion that the skipper winning the toss might well put in the opposition. That seems to be the favourite way these days. And in fact, that's the way it turned out because Greg Chappell won the toss and he put Pakistan into bat. We pick up play now with a score at no wicket for 2. Terry Alderman is the bowler. Mohsin Khan, the replacement batsman for Pakistan, is taking strike. And your commentators with Tony Greig is Keith Stackpole.
That's Edson, he's gone, oh, he's dropped it. My goodness, Border's dropped an absolute dolly. That was nicked straight to Alan Border, an absolute dolly down on the ground.
Tentative Mohsin Khan, and what a dolly of a catch to Alan Border. To his left, that's his natural hand, the left-hander, and perhaps just a little bit too easy. Rod Marsh coming across, trying to take it before it hit the ground, but a let-off for Mohsin Khan. Good delivery from Alan Border, the one that pitched and went the other way. Cut away, Mohsin Khan just folded. Little edge, gentle catch, and down she goes. They won't come any simpler than that.
Alderman to Madassa.
It's outside off stumps and played away in the air. It was just a little bit risky, but it'll be 4. There's no one down there.
Short delivery from Terry Alderman, and Madassa looking for the cut. He's very strong off the back foot. Just easing away to the leg side and perfectly safe. There's no one down there at third man. Once it got past Bruce Yardley in the gully, went to Yardley's right. Tall man, Bruce Yardley, but just wide of him.
Lilly to Mohsin Khan.
And that's well pitched up and swinging away slightly, but well played there by Mohsin, hitting it away into the offside field. It'll be interesting to see where it carries Woods after it. And just cutting it off before the boundary rope. So 3 there to Mohsin. That one over-pitched and played well by him. So Dennis Lilly to bowl to Madassa. Madassa on 10. Score 15. No wicket down. That's well played. Just nudged away on the onside there, and the batsman looking for 2 and getting 2. Madassa seems to have a pretty good plan out there.
As he's prepared to sit and wait.
Well, as you know, I'm an opening batsman. When I go into bat, I'm looking to build an inning for the team, for myself, build up a good total for the team.
There's a big appeal there from Dennis Lilly. Umpire Croft, they're not interested.
Bit of bounce there, a bit of movement too, and hitting Madassa on the top part of the pad.
Here's Thompson now to Madassa. Well, that's going to 4 runs, but it was a bit airy-fairy.
Tom's looking a bit annoyed about that because it was definitely a case of a chase outside the off stump. No wicket for 29.
He's cutting away again through exactly the same spot. Certainly be 2 there, and he's going to look for 3. And we'll get it easily. Greg Chappell to Mohsin Khan. In the air and beautifully got away past Thompson, a deep fine leg. And another hiccup there for Greg Chappell, none for 40. Greg Chappell to Mohsin Khan. And Alan Border makes certain he won't let this one go. And he's gone this time. Border, having dropped one, made no mistake this time of his skipper. Last time it happened, his skipper was standing alongside him and gave him a very old-fashioned look. This one is grabbed with great certainty.
Ball moving slightly off the wicket. Mohsin going for that on drive, it seemed. The ball finding the outside edge and travelling not too quickly to Border, who took a comfortable catch. So Mohsin is out, and the first wicket has fallen with the total on 40.
Alderman to Madassa. Safely away in the end. It went between Graham Wood and Kim Hughes. I'd reckon that might just have been at catchable height as it flew through the gap. 1 for 47.
Terry Alderman to Medessa. Oh, and that's very lucky. Inside edge, and that must have scraped past the off stump. 4 runs down to fine leg, but a very, very lucky 4.
And a quicker delivery from Terry Alderman. Beating Medessa for pace. Medessa a little lucky. Got the inside edge, and that ball just missing the stumps. Good change of pace by Terry Alderman. Medessa caught a little bit in 2 minds, coming forward, then back, and beaten for pace.
It's one of the features of Alderman's bowling is his change of pace. He comes in and the batsman tends to feel comfortable, and then all of a sudden from nowhere he tends to generate that just that little extra pace. That one's slightly offline, and Medessa plays it well on the leg side. Lilly moving around from fine leg. Quite happy to concede 2, but it looks as if they get 3. So 3 to Medessa.
Dennis Lilly now bowling to Medessa.
Going down the leg side, a big appeal there. He's given him, yes, down the leg side, caught behind.
Medessa flicking at that one. There certainly was a noise. Medessa didn't go, and Marsh caught the catch. Umpire Johnson gave him out. Well, the old combination, Marsh-Lilly, but this time one down the leg side. Medessa just looking to flick it away, gets a fine edge. Rodney Marsh was across there, had it well covered. That gives Dennis Lilly's 297th wicket. Medessa on his way back. Caught Marsh, bowled Lilly for 36.
Pakistan now 2 for 60, and Javed Miandad's the new batsman. Dennis Lilly's to bowl, and it's a very warm welcome indeed.
Well, it could be on for a young and old here. Straight in with the bounce, he's hit him first up. Well, I read in the newspaper on a few occasions that this little battle had been forgotten. Don't believe a word of it. That was a fantastic delivery by Dennis Lilly, whipping it into the pitch there. Javed Miandad trying to get out of the road, not quick enough, and wearing one on the shoulder. That's a beautiful shot by Majid. Hit away, square on the offside. A little bit short, that ball from Lilly. Majid wasting no time in smashing it to the boundary for 4. So Lilly again. He's got a man lurking down a deep fine leg for the in-the-air hook shot. That's a short one, and it's hit him on the head. It smacked him on the head, and it's gone running away down to fine leg. And Javed Miandad calling for a single. That was a beautiful bouncer by Lilly, and quick too.
Well, it was easy to see what Greg Chappell was telling Dennis Lilly. A few short ones before lunch. And look at it hit that helmet of Majid. For a moment, he doesn't know where it's gone, what's happened. Because he can take a run from that, because he was trying to elude the bouncer. And the ball just ricocheting off the top of that helmet. And of course, bang, there it goes.
That's 4 way over the top there. Lilly pitching it short again. So 2 or 3 short balls there from Lilly. He's bowled a few bounces. I don't think he let it hit him on the head on purpose. Well, that's 4-2. Outside off stump, and once again, Majid taking advantage of the fact that there are no fieldsmen on the boundary on the offside.
And that a better shot from Majid Khan. Dennis Lilly struggling a little here, not bowling with a great deal of pace. Giving Majid Khan plenty of chance to get back. And ease it through that slip area, but right over the top of it and straight to ground.
So Majid braces on to 19. 2-4-74. Once again outside off stump, and once again dispatched away towards the boundary. And that's a bad line that Lilly's bowling there outside off stump. A great bouncer followed by 3 pretty ordinary deliveries.
17 so far from this over of Dennis Lilly's. 4 boundaries. Hit all out in that area. And of course, the no ball.
And so Lilly to Javed Miandad. He's had 1 ball, 1 bouncer which hit him. That one up just outside off stump. Well played by Javed. Pushed away on the offside. Willems after it. It'll get 2. So Miandad now on 3. It's a short one. He's tried to hook it. It's gone up in the air, and that's just a little bit unlucky on the part of Lilly. Ball seemed to rush on to Miandad. He wasn't there quite quick enough, and it lobbed up in the air into safe area.
A good ball this from Dennis Lilly, coming in off the pitch. Not such a good shot from Jar, but he was cramped.
It's going to be interesting to see what Mirdad does now, whether he's going to graft himself in there or he's going to attack the bowling.
Well, there's perhaps an indication. Graham Wood doing the fielding. 2 runs to Javed Mirdad. Shot. Repeat Wood into the boundary. So they're going in the air, but not to hand.
Well, he really thumped that hard, slightly upper sleeve, square of the wicket. Obviously, Mirdad has decided that if he can get on top of the bowling quickly enough, the pressure on Majid would be a bit off, because Majid, having failed in the Perth Test, is under a bit of pressure.
And he's got that between the 2 men at gully and at square point. Won't go for 4. Graham Wood will cut it off. Throw to the bowler's end. As decreed by the slips. But it's 3 to Majid Khan.
That was a good shot by Majid. Played just a little late, square of the wicket.
Bowling to Majid Khan. Well, I suppose we might have to put that down as a chance, but it was a great effort to go across there to the right. Terry Alderman, who has a very safe pair of hands and a good eye. I think he just got the fingers underneath it, so you can put it down as a remarkable effort from Alderman that has to go down as a chance.
Majid lucky there, but a brilliant attempt by Alderman. And Majid getting the outside edge to a ball which moved away. He was on the front foot driving there. Very fine delivery from Lilly, moving away.
And no trouble this time. And that, I think, came from Majid Khan, as he knew that he'd been drawn into the trap. Sometimes you look at a situation and wonder if there is a trap being set. Well, there's no doubt about this one. It was a beautiful piece of bowling. And Greg Chappell took it very neatly indeed. It went quite fast, but it was a set-up by Dennis Lilly and Greg Chappell. 3 for 105. Now there's another man gone behind square leg in catching position for the hook shot, which Javed Mirdad has miscued 3 times already. The batsman will be wondering if he's going to get another bouncer. You never quite know with bowlers of Lilly's thinking. Sometimes they'll move 2 men behind square. That is Graham Wood just behind the umpire, and there's another man down at deep fine. Sometimes you'll get a short one. You have to make the choice of whether or not to hook. But it's just as possible that Lilly will be going to bowl him outswingers roundabout off stump, so that he has in mind those 2 men behind square.
But Lilly bowling much better after lunch. He's found his line and length, and he's beginning to move the ball away, bowling into the breeze. And I think at 3 for 111, Chappell must be much happier. And one can say so far his decision to put Pakistan into bat almost justified.
So that was the sucker ball. A very obvious bouncer, that one. And so short that it was telegraphed to Javed Mirdad. But that's probably not the one Lilly's thinking about. He's probably more interested now in being able to get a decent outswinger working to go away from the right-hander. 3 slips and 2 gullies waiting there. Greg Chappell, Border and Alderman at slip, Yardley Gully, and the squarer one, Kim Hughes. And he's got him another way. 4 down. Lilly forces Meander to play on. And I think some of the credit for that can go to the thinking of those two, Greg Chappell and Lilly, for getting into Javed Meandar's mind that there might be something short on its way. Plays it down onto the stumps. 4 down now for 111. And a good piece of thinking that by the two experienced Australian players.
He's the one who broke Zahir's ribs. Raja facing him at the moment.
Oh, put him down.
That was just about the perfect dismissal. The only place it fell down was in Alderman not closing his hands around the catch. Perfect height.
A very bad shot by Raja. That ball well outside the off stump, and trying to cut him away, drive him. Very lucky. Alderman a very safe pair of hands, but that one went through, so Raja survives.
And now we see Chappell do precisely the same thing with Alderman bowling, that strong slip cordon, tempting Raja outside the off stump.
And once again outside off stump, and once again Raja playing that back foot drive of his, and more like a slash really, square of wicket, and I'll get 3 for this. It's that ball that just needs to deviate slightly off the pitch. If it does, of course, it could present slip with a chance.
Yes, he really goes for that, doesn't he? Hook, line and sinker. Hits it very hard. He's very good at that stroke. It brings him a lot of runs, but it sometimes gets him out. And that ball, as Tony Greig said, just moves off the wicket.
Outside off stump, well played by Raja, leaning back there on the back foot, and that time he didn't try and play it square. He's pushed it down the ground, and Wood having to chase it down to a wideish mid-off position. That one's up, and that one's away for 4. Well, he takes some chances in that area, and he also gets some runs. On that occasion, 4.
And that was right off the meat of the bat. His feet a long way from that ball, a long way from the line of the ball with his body, but he hit it very sweetly indeed. And as you saw, he really intended that ball to go down there.
Four for 125, Alderman. Yeah, that one, and that's a little bit lucky there by Zahir, not happy with himself. And going through the 4th slip area for 4. So good bowling there by Alderman.
There's Zahir there, not across to it, and his head wasn't behind the line of the ball. He was perhaps a little bit fortunate there to find the gap between 3rd slip and gully. You can see he was intent on aggression. And that's the sort of shot one expects from a player in form.
It's a good shot by Zahir, bisecting the extra cover and mid-off there, the ball going away down towards the boundary. They'll probably get 3 for this. Used to bring him on quite regularly first up. That one's nudged away past slip there. Raja once again trying to drive through the offside, not quite middling it, and getting a thickish edge down to 3rd man. So 4 runs there.
Well, that ball straightened, you see, and that's why Raja really didn't hit the ball plumb in the middle. Let's look at this. Yardley coming around the wicket, the ball straightening, certainly. And Raja drawing away as he played that stroke.
That's a slower one from Lilly, and flicked away nicely there by Wasim Raja on the leg side. And 2 runs coming. So Raja now on to 17. Zahir has 20.
And so in the Pakistani batting lineup, Modissa, Majid, Miandad and Zahir now all got into the 20s, if you like. It's going to be interesting to see whether any of them can kick on. Those that are already in the dressing room wouldn't be feeling all that happy. Modissa out for 36, Majid 29 and looking good, and of course Miandad 20, and they'd all loved, I'm sure, to have kicked on. They didn't. That's well played. Raja looking better and better as his innings gets longer, and that one flicked away to Thompson down at fine leg. 2 runs there to the left-hander, 4 for 149.
Lilly to Zahir Abbas. That's very nicely placed by Zahir, who is giving Dennis Lilly a little nudge as he's gone past him.
Plenty of time for Zahir to play Dennis Lilly off the back foot. Keeping the eye on the ball, Zahir. And just touching Dennis Lilly as he taps that bat in. Very friendly stuff out there. Nice, easy 2. No rushing between the wickets by Zahir. It's imperative that one of those players, Pakistan, to build a big score, and those players perhaps go on and get a century.
Good shot for 4. Perfectly timed.
And what a good wicket this is. Dennis Lilly dropping one in short, but Zahir plenty of time to get back. Just pull it away forward of square leg. Good shot by Zahir. Plenty of time, gathered the pace where it was pitched, and plenty of time to go back and just hook it away there, just forward of square. Shot. 4 runs that. Perfect timing. Well pitched up. Here, this innings just starting to blossom now.
Off spinner Bruce Yardley to Wasim Raja. Good stroke. Should get 3 for that. Kim Hughes doing the fielding. 3 to Wasim Raja. Dennis Lilly rolls down to Zahir. Only one gully now. The other one's gone out to squarish point. That's Kim Hughes. In the air, and he's got it away safely. Turned out to be quite a good shot for 4.
Dennis Lilly once again trying Zahir out with the bouncer. Not hit all that well and all that convincing. Just clearing the man at backward square, but short boundary out there and bouncing away for 4 runs. So it's a good bouncer. Zahir coming on the front foot. A little bit in 2 minds and then whack. Might pick it up as well as he would have liked.
Off spinner Bruce Yardley to Wasim Raja. That's safely away from Alderman behind square. Wasn't timed like a top edge, a leading edge, but it's still 4 runs.
Bad ball from Bruce Yardley, giving Raja plenty of chance to throw that front pad down and sweep it away behind square. Did go in the air, but the man was in close, so he had no problems clearing his head out there. But a bad delivery from Bruce Yardley.
Zahir waits for Yardley. Timed that very well indeed to get it away past mid-on. Wasn't really a hard hit stroke, but very close to going to the boundary. 3 more to Zahir.
No urgency about Zahir Abbas's batting this afternoon. Seems to be playing just within himself, but beautiful on drive, that one. Just whipping it off the pads, wide of mid-on. Hit with a great deal of power, but just good timing.
through the field. 4 runs. Wasim Raja says he doesn't know how to defend. And he certainly doesn't worry too much about it, even in the over just before tea.
And scores a lot of runs in that area, behind point.
Thompson to Zahir Abbas.
Well played. Beautiful shot by Zahir. Onto the back foot. That one a bit short and cut away down towards the point boundary. And so that's the end of the over. 4 for 196. 4 for 196, and as you can see, Zahir just 1 short of his half century. Raja down the other end has 33. He has the strike now, and it's going to be Alderman to continue. Well, that's in the air, and that one bisecting the area between second slip and gully. Raja, in fact, has been just a little bit lucky in that area. When he came in this morning, first ball he faced, outside off stump, nick, and that went straight through slip. In fact, went through Alderman's hands at third slip. So Thompson to Zahir. The bouncer, and he's pulled it away. That's a beautiful shot. Beautifully played, that one by Zahir for 4, and so the crowd cheer. He's 50. A very, very well played innings too, and a very important one from a Pakistan point of view. And there's epitomised concentration out there. Zahir is 50 off 91 balls in 119 minutes.
What a lovely shot to reach his 50. This is a very important 50 for Zahir. He was in beautiful position there to just hit it round the corner for 4. Very important 50 for Zahir. It'll put him in a good frame of mind, and of course he's brought a great deal of assurance and authority to the Pakistan innings.
Ian Chappell seems to have settled down. He won't be back out there, so he's got 105. So Greg could well get himself right up near Cowdrey, if not pass him. That's a beautiful shot from Zahir. Beautifully placed on the onside, bisecting the field. And it's running away down to that deep mid-wicket boundary, and Lily won't stop it. So, beautiful timing.
That's a lovely shot. Leaned into that one. Beautiful positioning of the feet, and his balance was perfect. And the turn of the wrists, the last minute, and it raced through mid-wicket for 4. What a lovely shot from him, and he's beginning to look very good now.
Was Zahir's 7th boundary, and this could be his 8th. This one going down towards the square leg fence. Thompson trying to cut it off, but he won't get there, so another 4 to Zahir. And Terry Alderman just beginning to stray in direction. He hasn't looked that impressive on this good pitch up here at the Gabba.
And that's Zahir possibly cutting loose now, getting into his best form, the form which got him so many runs in the county season. Picking that one off beautifully and clipping it away for 4. So he's now sighting the ball well and seems to have recovered his top form.
It was going to be very interesting to see how Terry Alderman handled the better pitches. Of course, the English pitchers are inclined to seam around a bit and help the medium pacer. The Perth pitch too is rather helpful. Well, this one's not, and it's going to be a big tester for Alderman. That's a good shot by Zahir, played straight. And going down the ground, Wood running across there pretty quickly. They'll only get 2. And so the end of the over, 11 coming from that over. And the score 4 for 2-2-2.
Thompson to Zahir Abbas.
No, that's up in the air again. Oh, beautifully placed. Well pitched up there by Thompson, and Zahir smashes that down to the mid-on boundary. I wonder, does Lily watch when he runs up to bowl?
As I run into bowl, firstly I look at my mark to make sure that my foot hits the place I want to put it, and then straight away from there my sights go right onto the target where I want to bowl the ball.
The target there was obviously on the stumps. It was on the stumps. It was well played by Zahir down to mid-on. Dirk Wellham running across from the offside. 2 to Zahir.
Another lovely drive from Zahir. Hit very firmly, but the slow outfield, slowing it down as it reached the boundary. Leaned into that one and really got it in the middle of the bat. Driven past the bowler on the onside. So Zahir now in prime form and looking and watching the ball very carefully.
It's a short one and it's hit high in the air and not quite connected there by Zahir. Wood comes around, but the ball had bounced a few times before it reached him. Just for a second there, that looked as if that might have been carrying down to Wood, who came around very quickly initially, but it didn't.
Well, that was pretty close. The trap nearly paid off. Ball landing ahead of a fielder who had to run around a bit, but credit to Lilly for tempting Zahir into that shot and creating a bit of a risk for him. Let's see what he does now. Perhaps could be another short pitch delivery.
And that one just outside off stump, and Zahir calling for a quick single there, and Roger responding. So 1 to Zahir. That was a good ball from Lilly, just outside the off stump. And very well played by Zahir.
Zahir this time playing it away on the offside. He got on top of it well. It was a short lifting delivery on the off stump. And he placed it well and ran well to get that single. Now let's see what Lilly has in store for Raja.
It's a short one, it's in the air, and this might be out. Yes, it could well be out. He's out, yes, taken down there once again. Wasim Raja going to a catch on the deep fine leg boundary, and Lilly, that is fine bowling by him.
Well, that's his 300th wicket, and he got Raja, who played that shot which really Lilly asked him to do, and what a tremendous performance by him. 300 wickets, smiling away, and there is his 300. Straight into the fielder there, and it's all over for Raja, and there's Dennis Lilly. Triumphant, successful, congratulations from everyone, and what a great bowler.
5 for 236.
That made it 5 for 236. Dennis Lilly, the only Australian ever to reach 300. And furthermore, he's done it at an extraordinary rate, because for 300 wickets, I reckon he's taken 1 every 49 deliveries. Certainly, he's quicker in test matches than anyone else. 56 tests, and he streets ahead.
And of course he's a fast bowler, which makes his achievement all the more remarkable, because it's not only a feat of penetration, it's also a feat of endurance. 11 years now in the test scene, 300 wickets to his credit.
Oh, well bowled. All of them deserved that. It was a very loud snick. And after that splendid partnership between Zahir and Wasim Raja, the Australians have struck twice.
And Imran there just following that delivery, which moves slightly off the wicket. And what a contrast. Solidity in the partnership between Raja and Zahir, now a duck to Imran. And the 6th wicket is down for 237.
Lilly to Zahir Abbas. And 4 more. Meant to be the surprise, the short run and the bouncer, but Zahir's a bit too experienced for that. You might go to talk one of the younger players into it.
And isn't he in good position too? He's moving across that wicket even before the ball is bowled. He's inside the line and he pulls it in front of square. Now that's just an indication of how early he hit that ball.
Oh, and he's done him the same way as Javed Miandad. But that one, I think, was a slice of luck. Javed Miandas's dismissal was very good bowling and excellent thinking. That one was just unfortunate, I'm afraid, for Zahir Abbas.
Yes, I think it was the bounce that beat Zahir Abbas. He was expecting that ball to bounce much higher, and he gave himself room to play it square on the wicket, and the ball didn't bounce enough. It hit the underside edge, and from there ricocheted sickeningly onto the off stump. And Dennis Lillee very happy about that. The fall of the 7th wicket at 245.
Alderman now to Ijaz. That'll be 4 runs. No man down there at third man. Just needed a quick look out to the Datsun sign, but there's no one lurking away down there. And Ijaz picks up 4 runs. And that was a rather miscued hook shot. Brings up the 250 for Pakistan, 7 for 251. And that's the end of Alderman's over. Lillee now to Ijaz. Oh, and fumble time. Jeff Thompson, the culprit there. Wasn't a question of not trying. He got hands and body and everything behind it. But might just have got an awkward bounce.
Yes, that went straight between his legs, as you could see. And there was just that gap there. Perhaps have kept his legs close together.
Ijaz might have been out hooking in his first test match, but he's showing some profit here against Dennis Lillee at 2 and 3. End of Lillee's over, 7 for 257. Ijaz faces Yardley. It's neatly cut away past Thompson.
Poor old Jeff Thompson's had a fair amount of chasing to do down there. Seven for 263 as Alderman begins a new over, bowling to Sarfraz.
Well caught. Very well caught by Border. He dropped one early on, and he's now caught 2, and that one might have cost him a very badly bruised finger, I think. Doesn't look at all pleased.
I'm just wondering whether that's the finger that he injured on the Tour of England. Still hasn't fully recovered from it, I understand. He's still got a swelling there in one of the joints, and that really did hurt. Sensible bowling from Alderman, forcing Sarfraz onto the back foot. So he's out now, and the total is 8 for 263.
Got an opportunity here to perhaps wrap up this Pakistan tail. That one hit high and wide of Lillee, who comes around from backward square leg to chase it, but it'll be 4, so that's a 4 and a useful 4-2 to Ijaz. A bit of frustration there on the face of Yardley. Ijaz, realising he's running out of partners, has to throw a bit of caution to the wind, and perfectly safe shot, just going with that spin, clipping it away behind square, gave Dennis Lillee no chance.
Wasim Bari facing Yardley.
It's in the air and it's going wide of mid-on. Wasim Bari getting away with that lofted off drive. 2 runs coming from it. Well, it's the spinner, Yardley. That's hit in the air, and this could be out. No, just over the top of Alderman. Over the top of his head. That is a big cross-battered shot there, smashed down the ground. A couple of bounces into the fence.
Put the sweater on, and certainly no sign of him tightening up. Gave Bruce Yardley the old heave-ho treatment, and just clearing the head of Jerry Alderman out there. Several times today, shots like this just clearing the Australians.
Wasim Bari faces Jeff Thompson.
through to Marsh. And so Thompson gets himself a wicket, albeit late in the day. Big smiles there from Rodney Marsh. And Barry walks off the ground. And the wicket that Jeff Thompson has been searching for. Wasn't Barry obliging Rodney Marsh, a simple, straightforward caught behind. And look at Tomo, that look of relief there. And frustration. So Rodney Marsh, third catch for him. Barry on his way back. And Pakistan 9 for 285.
So Ijaz again, and I suspect he might well try and lob one over the top of the outfield. On the other hand, he's only got 5 minutes to close. He's gone for it, and he's hit it, and it's gone high and wide down towards square leg. One bounce into the fence. And so for a good shot there from Ijaz, and I suspect Greg Chappell might get that area covered. Ijaz looks as if he's going to lob the ball into that square leg area.
And very intelligent cricket from Ijaz. Realising the last man in, and a perfectly safe outfield hit. Picking it up on the half volley, and there was no one out there. Dennis Lilly has since been moved out into that position, but perfectly safe and producing 4 runs.
So Lilly now down on that square leg boundary, waiting for a catch. Also have a deep mid on. Ijaz cutting this time. Thompson, the fieldsman. Sikander comes down and gets sent back. Gets sent back in time.
Sikander was looking to take over the strike, and so was Ijaz, but well fielded by Jeff Thompson and got rid of it very quickly. And Sikander scurried back down there. So 1 ball remaining in this over.
Oh, he's bowled in. He's bowled in. That is a good bit of bowling that by Yardley, lobbing that ball up a little higher. Ijaz, in trying to get down the other end, missed it and ended up by being bowled by Yardley. So Yardley too, nipping in for a wicket.
The Australian bowlers taking wickets today, and Bruce Yardley wrapping up Ijaz. Ijaz playing right over the top of it, looking to get the strike and being bowled. All ends up. A good delivery from Bruce Yardley as he wraps up Ijaz. Ijaz just coming down, dancing down the wicket, looking to get it away straight and playing over it, and being bowled. All ends up, and possibly may have been stumped by Rodney Marsh if it hadn't hit that stump. So first wicket today for Bruce Yardley, wrapping up Ijaz.
Well, that certainly was a great effort from Greg Chappell's team. 291. You could have had quids in bets from me after seeing the first few overs that they'd managed that. And in fact, all the Pakistan batsmen got a go on, but they didn't capitalise on it. They weren't able to, with the exception of Zahir Abbas, weren't able to go on with the job and set Australia a really big task. So I reckon Greg Chappell and his men can be well satisfied with that. And Dennis Lilly in those bowling figures, 5 wickets again for the 20th time for Australia. What a competitor. He's just come back from 2 matches suspension, and here he is chipping in again with 5 wickets in an innings. So a great performance as far as the Australians are concerned, and a very, very good day's cricket. Good night.